Hey guys, and welcome to a new video here on my channel. This video will totally blow your mind because I'm gonna show you exactly where in trading money gets injected and where it gets removed. After the video you will understand how the rich play with us and how I participate successfully in their game, and you can too. Before we start, please like and subscribe to my channel and do not forget to join my Telegram group to not miss on incredible crypto and stock market updates. Currently you also can sign up for free on my website to get access to all my swing trade setups. These are beautiful setups and I really recommend you to sign up to check them out as long as they are for free. Now let's get straight into the content. In this video we will go through several cryptocurrencies and several stocks, and we will identify the exact bottom on them, and I will also give you some levels to look in the future, but also you can find them as said on my website. And we will go through several charts and I will just show you the reg tool pull, what to look for. And I also have to say it is very important that you are skilled in identifying ranges. It's very important to know which ranges to look for, and we will start on the Bitcoin chart, okay? And now we have to ask our questions, why have we bottomed here, okay? And for this I will pull out the Fib tool and I will pull the reg tool range from this high down to this low, okay? And I will pull out the Fibonacci level now and I will pull it from this high to this low as said, and we can see that we have exactly bottomed at the bottom of the reg tool. And what happened after that is that we have gotten an insane bounce to the upside. And this is 15x. That's crazy. And you can see that the extension is also working as support and resistance. You can see we are currently at support. I mean, we also can identify this exact bottom here, and I also have done this in previous videos. You can check out all my videos, they are for free currently. And and how we can identify the current bottom on Bitcoin is where we just use this low and we use this high. And for this I will just pull the reg tool again from this low to this high, and what we can see is that we have nailed the bottom to the absolute cent, to the exact cent. We also had the anchored VWAP there, but it's coming from the anchored, it's coming from the reg tool. So I think you already can see that this is a very special tool. And also this exact top here was coming from a reg tool. I'm not gonna pull this now because we don't have that much time, because we have to go through several charts today. And that's just a small teaser. I hope you already can understand the power of it, because what you have to do is just identify the range and pull the reg tool, and then you will find liquidity areas. And what I'm also eyeing right now is, let me show you on Long. This is a setup I'm currently sharing in my group. Let me go to the USDT pair on KuCoin, and what we can see is that we are facing currently big resistance on it. Let me go into the 1 hour time frame, and I have given this level in my group for free, okay? I have pulled it from this low to this high, and this has given us this extension level, and this is now also giving us this resistance area, okay? And they work the best when you also have liquidity grabs in them. So what I have done is that I have bought Terra Classic down here, so long. I've bought it here, I've taken profits in the middle, and here I have now fully closed my long position. And I'm also prepared to short, but for shorting I want to see a little bit higher. I want to see the liquidity grab happen, and then I want to see the reaction, and if I like the reaction I will enter my short position, okay? Because you have to be very careful in trading the reg tool, because if you have the correct range to look for, you need always the correct range, and you will get the feeling over time. This is not coming overnight, but you will get the feeling. And what happens if the reg tool is not holding? I will explain this in my mentorship, but these are highly liquid areas. So if the market maker agrees that we want to see higher here, then we will heavily pump above this, okay? And you also can switch into long positions even though we are not at the bottom of a range. So I always do not recommend to long at resistance, but this is something you also can do, because in this moment if the market maker agrees that this is not resistance, we will pump heavily through it. So you always have to be careful, and you have to be in your zone when you're trading this. It's very important. And let's now go to another cryptocurrency, and then we will go through the stock markets, and I will also show you the market structure between Amazon and Solana. It will totally blow your mind. I will not compare Amazon and Solana as a company, but I will compare it in terms of market structure and what we can expect in the future. But before we do this, I want to show you some confluence on the Bitcoin chart and why I think that $3,700, $3,500 is very, very possible, because we have the blue extension level down there, and we also have, I have to pull it again from this high down to this low, And you can see that this is lining up very nicely. I mean, I don't have the magnet on, but in my TA earlier this morning, they are lining up perfectly, okay? So this extension lines up perfectly with this bottom. So there's the likelihood that we will revisit that one. But before we will revisit that one, I am looking for another long setup on Bitcoin. And this is, when I pull out the fixed range volume profile, is just this point of control here at $9,300 approximately. We also have anchored VWAP down there. And yeah, my trading plan in this case will be quite easy. Yeah, I will definitely, it's very likely that I'm gonna trade this down here depending on the reaction. We never know if we have a liquidation cascade. Hey, we will go straight down to this level, but I'm prepared for approximately $9,000. And we also have the middle of this old reg tool pull here. Okay, let me do this in yellow, so it will be just easier for you to just to see it. Give me a second. So, and the plan for me is that if we lose the current reg to range, I'm looking for a long down here. I want to stay as close above the middle, and then the next take profit for me will be approximately at 17k, 17 to 18k, and this will be already a very nice trade because we can identify the exact bottom. So I'm personally gonna trade this with leverage, and you can see that's a 78% move on Bitcoin. And if we retest this area, I will take heavily profits, because I think if we cannot reclaim this level, it's very likely that we go to the extension and to the old reg 2 level, and this is the best beautiful level ever. So this will be a very beautiful trade, but yeah, depending on the reaction. I mean, if we just smash through this, I will hold on my position, and there's already the likelihood that we have found the bottom. But if we choke here around and we are not having a big close above it, the likelihood is big that we will go to 3k approximately. I really can show you 1,000 examples, but right now we are now on the Microsoft stock, and we are back in the year of 2000 until 2008. And what we can see here is that this crisis in 2008 was just a liquidity run for the reg tool, and this is something you have to keep in mind. There is no major events where nobody is aware of it. Money gets injected at the reg tool, and it doesn't matter in which situation or in which political activity. Yeah, it's just coming off the reg tool, and I will pull it from this high down to this low here, because this is just a simple range, right? And if I pull this, you can see that we have touched the reg tool to the absolute cent. Yeah, you have to imagine this is back years ago. Okay, this is in the years of 2000, and we also, yeah, you can see we have touched it perfectly. What we else could say, hey, maybe it's also this range, and then you can see, hey, the touch is even more perfect. And we also can see the respect down here. We can see how the middle is respected, and what happens afterwards as we leave the reg tool to the upside, we find support, we find resistance at the extension, and then we find support at the extension again. So this is just beautiful. And what happened after this reg tool is, yeah, that this was just the exact bottom. Yeah, and these market structures are happening in crypto all over again. Yeah, this trading is nothing new, but people do not understand it, because people get born, they learn about trading, they fail, they stop, and only the rich and knowledgeable people will give this to their, let's say, to their kids or something like this. And as people start to die, it sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, they just forget about the technique, or they don't learn about this, and this is why it's just working. This is why it works. Yeah, it's just incredible, and you cannot find this knowledge anywhere. And what happened after we have touched the reg tool is, I mean, we have bounced from $14 up to $350 approximately, and this is a 23x. And what we also can do now is that we will go to Amazon, and this will absolutely blow your mind, because we will also go back to 1998, and I have already prepared to save some time a little bit. And oh man, that's a little bit a mess. Give me a second. Let me remove that one. And we have to ask ourselves, why do we had support down here? Yeah, what was the reason for us that we have bounce down here? And the only information we had in this case is an old consolidation range, and I'm talking about this consolidation range. And if we pull out now the reg tool from this high down to the low, let me remove that one, down to this low, you can see that we have touched the reg tool again to the absolute cent. And what happened after this is that we have gotten, the first rally was 800% before we got the reaction to retest the reg tool again, and we also have retested the extension here again. And what happened afterwards is, yeah, just look how crazy we have pumped. This is no joke. The reg tool is fucking real. Sorry for this word, but it's just real. It's insane. You can see I have to really scroll out, and you can see that's a 597x. This is insane. And to blow your mind again, we are on the GBP USD pair. This is the British pound against US dollar, and we already could have identified a very nice range in 1988. And this is a very simple pull, guys. This is how you identify ranges, and you just have to play with the pull. And I will pull it from this high down to this low here, and what we can see is that the British pound was just in a recto range, and this is what I mean with how the market makers are playing with us. We had this range very early, and you can see resistance, perfect support in the middle, resistance at the upper rec tool, perfect support again, respect of the middle again, respect of the middle again, respect of the extension, and now we are starting to lose it. So yeah, it's can be a bad sign, but it actually doesn't matter. And we also can go to Euro USD. So I'm spitting this now very fast, and you can see that we also had nice respect down here of this recto range. And let me show you. Let me go into the 23-hour time frame. The time frame doesn't matter in this case. Do not waste your time with weird stuff. The time frames doesn't matter, to be honest. And what we can see here is, if I remove everything, this is also a very simple pull, because it's just a prolonged consolidation range. So we pull it from the high to the low, and what we can see is that the middle got very well respected here in example, and as soon as we lose it, we are making our way down to the rec tool, and in this case it got respected also, and now we are losing it, and we are close to the extension. So maybe we will go a little bit lower again, and then we maybe get a reversal in the euro, but I don't know. And what I also can show you on the Dixie is that we are also facing huge resistance on the Dixie with a very, very simple pull that I have pulled from this range of 1988, like on GBP, on the British pound, right? And what we also can see here is that we are facing major resistance currently. So you can see the green lines. This is where I have pulled the rec tool. Let me go into the monthly chart so it looks just better. And what we can recognize is that this was heavily resistance, this was heavily support again, and the middle is being respected, and from there on volume gets injected, and now we are at resistance again. So Dixie is facing some huge resistance, and the Dixie is the US dollar currency index, a very important thing. And if the dollar is weak, cryptocurrencies and in general the market is strong, because if the dollar rises, hey, yeah, it's just too much for this video now, but we can look for 123, but we are already at big resistance. But actually I think we will go a little bit higher, and with all the drama in the world with the ruble, yeah, we are just in very interesting times, and I hope I have blown your mind. And I can also show you several more levels that I'm looking for. I will show you this on Unfi, and you will drive crazy when I show you this, what happened from the rec tool. Yeah, and this is the same thing. I have to compare Amazon with Solana in a second, but we have just used, I haven't traded this because this was just the moment where I've discovered the rec tool, and what we can see is that we have touched the rec tool down here to the absolute cent, and look what happened on Unfi. This happened in some hours. Yeah, this made the 30x from the rec tool. This was just a liquidity run, and I want to repeat, this is where money is getting injected. And now we are gonna back to the Amazon chart, and I will also pull out the to make it a little bit better, I will pull out here the Solana chart, Sol USDT. Give me a second. Let me go here into the daily time frame. Let me delete everything, and on this left side we have to go far back in time, and we have to compare now the market structure with itself. So I just want to show you that this is not new stuff, but it is known by close to nobody. Yeah, really, it's just a pure fact. And if we compare now these market structures with each other, we can recognize that on Solana and on Amazon we quite have the exactly same market structure, right? What we are looking for is this range on Amazon, and what we look for on Solana is this range on Solana, okay? And what we will do, what is our instinct, is that we pull the rec tool from this low down to this high, and as you know, Amazon has bounced exactly from this level. This is now not pulled perfectly because yeah, I don't have the magnet on, and it takes really time, but you can see we have touched the rec tool, and from there on Amazon has pumped crazy, as I've shown you, right? And what we're gonna do now is that we are pulling the same thing on Solana. And as I said, I'm not comparing the company Amazon with the company Solana, with the currency project Solana, but what we are gonna do is compare market structure, and this is looking so similar, and I'm pretty primed for Solana. This will represent another drop off, let me show you here, of another 73% up to 80%. And yeah, it's just insane. I think this is so beautiful. And if you want to learn more, guys, sign up on my website. I soon will release a mentorship, and this is no joke. I hope I have explained you this well, and I was not too fast, but yeah, I don't have that much time in this video because people don't like it when the videos are that long. But an example, this is something I'm looking on GRT, as this is quite the same market structure on Unfi and on Amazon and on Solana. And I am looking for this low here, right, at approximately 0.045. This would correspond to another 57% drop, but I'm also looking for the key level. We have to see. It's very hard to say no because we have to see what Bitcoin is doing in a moment. So it's not so easy to foresee it, but when we see Bitcoin at support and in the example GRT and Solana also touching the bottom of the reg tool, then there's big likelihood that we are gonna take this trade. And if you have any questions, hey, come into the group. We had so many calls. I mean, even the XRP setup, it was just so crazy. We had so good calls here. We have nailed the absolute cent so many times now, and this is no joke. I'm not flexing. I'm not bragging. I just want to teach you a little bit, and this is just crazy. Yeah. .USDT setup you can check on my website too. This is a beautiful swing trade setup. I don't think that the low will be in at $4.35, but this will be definitely a trade for me because it's that point of control here. Yeah, very simple. And we also have the FIB extension from this current range here. You can see the blue line down here at $4.48. It lines up perfectly with the point of control because market makers are setting up everything perfectly, and you just need to know how to read the language. And I think this is everything with the video. Join the Telegram group, leave like and subscribe on my channel, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.